Technology represents the powerful tools that the learner can use to facilitate his or her own learning process. The pre-service teacher technology competencies identify areas of proficiency for teachers to effectively use technology resources to create the conditions that optimize learning. Teachers need knowledge of the basic technology equipment operations and concepts, technology resources and tools for information literacy, and technology resources and tools for content areas. More information on this can be found in the Technology as Facilitator of Quality Education model. A high school computer-aided drafting and design class is entering into a collaboration with an architectural firm and the staff of a local museum. The high school students are presenting computer images they have created using AutoCAD software. This software allows the students to recreate digital images as architectural and mechanical drawings, which the students can then alter.
This is my Carnegie Library image. I didn't complete off the top on purpose. The main dilemma I ran into was up here, up there in that corner here. There's a little, it kind of moves itself up inside. If you go out there and stare at the outside part of the building, you can see that it moves up there. But the way to show that, I ran into some problems. I drew it a couple times and I had some problems in it, so I went ahead and left it out. Another thing that I had problems with is since the camera angle was a slight problem. I had to draw these bricks here and by hand. That's why they're slightly off. It's just getting pretty much started. Once you get started, you can move through everything pretty well.
The teacher demonstrates technology competency number 20, the use of instructional software, by creating an authentic learning activity that incorporates instructional software appropriate for the needs of the learner. While the students are presenting their projects to the other participants, the projector suddenly stops working. In response to the problem, the teacher suggests turning the projector off until it cools down, and offers an alternative scenario so that the meeting can go on even without the projector.
Troubleshooting.
Overheated?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay. Just turn it off.
Well, you might want to stop it.
Yeah.
It exit out of real time. There you go.
We'll wait just a moment, let this thing cool for a moment, and try to start it again. And if we have a problem, then we're going to have to do what I hoped we wouldn't have to do. We're going to have to unhook from this, and then you're going to have to view from the screen right here. So we would have to make some adjustments in the room here, or pull the tables away perhaps, and hook this up so we can view it on screen. Now, I've only used this once before, and I only used it for about 10 minutes 15 minutes the last time I used it, and was not aware that we had this little dilemma here with it.
The teacher demonstrates technology competency number 3, troubleshooting, by modeling appropriate troubleshooting techniques to his students. The students receive feedback from the architects and the museum staff on how they could use their technological and design skills to contribute to the Hometown Perry, Iowa Museum.
Just about any of the exhibits that will be at the museum have the opportunity to be designed by one of you. It's not that they necessarily will want to buy all of their technological exhibits from a supplier. If they can find one that's done by someone special in the community, they'd rather have you have a sense of ownership where you can take your grandma and grandpa or your wife or your grandchildren in how many years and say, look, I did this. And some of these are just small little programs exactly like what you've done. It can be things of, there's a giant map of Perry that you could do and show where as the buildings were built, this area was developed first, this area was developed first, and you can have buildings pop up and go down and just be a time lapse showing Perry on how it was built. And that could be one little thing that you do at this time and you just get it through 2000, but your grandchildren could come and bring it up 20 more years and work on something you did. And it's a little small program that actually can be a really nice exhibit in the museum at some time. So you could each pick something that's important to you, like interiors or exteriors or parks or whatever, something that's special to you, and make this individual unique statement about Perry and have it incorporated in the museum in some way, just as a computer program that someone can access either on site or on a website. So you can always pick something that's special to you and preserve it forever.
The students take a tour of some local historical buildings that are undergoing a restoration project. The students get a chance to better understand the professional realities of architectural restoration and how their talents and computer skills may be utilized in the future to help document the architectural heritage of Perry, Iowa.
All those kinds of things. Keep in mind as we talk about using this building as our project. Lighting will be an issue. We'll have artwork in here. So we can think about how artwork might be lit in this building. If you have a particular interest, we'll try to find a place for you.
The teacher and an architect talk to the students about the impact of technological advances, including computer software, in the field of architecture.
Always something to learn here. Technology changes. You guys are doing things I can't do. You might be surprised to hear that, but you guys are doing this 3D modeling and the software that I can't do it. And it's coming, and people are going to have to do it in our office, or I'm going to have to learn, or something's going to have to happen.
It's coming quickly, and it's going to replace, it's going to be very competitive, much more competitive.
The teacher has designed an authentic learning activity that will help the students gain awareness of the impact of computing technology in business, industry, and society. This demonstrates technology competency number 5, computers in society.